Hey, how's it going, everyone? What is up, and welcome to your weekly forecast, the show where we do the weekend review of the week previous to this one, and we talk about what is coming next this week. Today, we have a lot to talk about from last week. We had a lot of news and information come out, some combat casts, some gameplay trailers, some announcements, and everything else, along with some data mines and some other very interesting things. So we're going to be going through that today, and also I'll give you your 7-day forecast for the coming week. Before we get into that, you already know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, smash the hell out of it, smash that like button to show the YouTube algorithm that people actually like it, so it will show it off to more people, and don't forget to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this new series. Link down below to our Discord channel so you can stay updated with everything going on in our community and talk to some other like-minded Mortal Kombat fans. With all of that being said, let's get into the news. Last week started off with a bang, coming off of the Rain Combat cast and the Rambo gameplay trailer the week before, with the PlayStation Store in Europe possibly accidentally leaking Kombat Pack 3. Some PSN users were able to access Kombat Pack 3's page and see its price being €25 and or pounds. I really don't know the difference there. I'm a stupid American. And the full name of the Kombat Pack being Kombat Pack 3 for Mortal Kombat 11. Twitter user Salinx was able to catch a screen cap of it. Screen caps from other users show it was also viewable in different locations, such as North America as well. I don't know how much I'm buying into that though, seeing as those screen caps did not surface until many hours after Salinx's original post. We also continue to stay strong in the beginning of the week with some new/old data mines releasing. Data miners had found Smoke as an NPC in the crypt, or at least files of a character with the model name for Smoke. It came with a palette swap for every ninja color, so it was Smoke's character model. It was the name Smoke in the data files, but it had a palette swap for every single color ninja in there. I say new/old because this was previously found by the data miner The Thinny, who you all know, or you should know. The data mine just wasn't as it seemed, and he didn't want to spread misconception and have people believing that this was a confirmation of the popular character Smoke appearing in MK11. Last week, we also got the very anticipated Rambo combat cast, showing off a more in-depth look at his gameplay from the combat cast hosts Tyler Lansdowne, Stephanie Brownback, and Derek Kurtzig. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Showing all three of Rambo's competitive variations and even some custom variation moves. Also, again like the gameplay trailer, showcasing his fatal blow and for the first time his second fatality. Along with that, at the end of the combat cast, we also got the information that Melina's gameplay trailer and possibly combat cast would be coming this week. More on that later. And with that, the same day as the Rambo combat cast, we also ended up getting a little Melina tease in the form of an intro, which I'll play for you now.
A coin for your thoughts, Aaron?
Just trying to reckon why the hell you're back.
A million souls cried out for my return.
It's a nice little nod to the millions of Mortal Kombat fans on Twitter that yelled at Ed Boon and the NetherRealm team for the past year and a half, screaming for Melina's return to Mortal Kombat after she was missing from the base MK11 roster. And our last piece of information comes in the form of another Datamine-esque piece of news, coming from Twitter user Scarlet Golpista, hopefully I'm saying that right, or at Pacalotorea, I don't know if I'm saying that right, apologies, link in the description down below, showing that on the Steam version of MK11, more DLC slots were added to the DLC portion of the game on the platform, with 4 of the unannounced DLC slots being characters, and the others possibly being skin packs, pretty much confirming that MK11 Ultimate is not the final version of MK11, and more DLC is coming, like many people, including myself, have been thinking. If you'd like to hear about these topics more in depth, link in the description down below to the videos from last week where we cover these topics and broke them down in much more depth than in this video. But that is the news from around the Mortal Kombat community from this past week. I am going to start doing like other fighting game news and everything else, but there's really not a whole lot going around in the fighting game community right now as far as games and everything else. There's just not a lot of news going on right now. So we'll talk about more news for other fighting games when we actually have that news, but that's the news for for last week, we're going to move on to our forecast. Our forecast this week is actually looking pretty nice, with our content predictions being pretty hefty. Later today, Monday, there's a very good possibility that Melina's gameplay trailer could be announced for release. Hell, it could have happened by the time that this video is released. We could have the announcement that it is tomorrow, wherein I'm being very redundant if that is the case, but it is a very anticipated moment. With that, of course, we move on to tomorrow, Tuesday, with the possible release of Melina's gameplay trailer, a monumental moment for all Melina fans. I will, of course, be streaming my live reaction to the trailer itself here on YouTube when it drops. Moving into Wednesday's prediction, assuming we get the Melina trailer on Tuesday, we should possibly be receiving the Meet Melina trailer, featuring a voiceover from Johnny Cage, so showing off the character a little bit more and giving some background on her character. Moving on to Thursday, that day could be our possible Melina Kombat cast that, like the others, would reveal her different competitive variations, custom moves, and some different gear. This is all subject to change, and of course it's just theory based on what we've seen so far with other DLC character releases, being their gameplay trailers, Meet the Character, and Kombat casts. Kombat casts usually happen on Thursdays, so that's where this theory comes from. The rest of the week should be fairly quiet after the Kombat cast, maybe having a few brutality showcases released on Twitter for Melina, and possibly a few more for Rain and Rambo, preparing us for the very quickly approaching release of Kombat Pack 2. But everything after Thursday, like I said, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe just Saturday and Sunday, everything should be pretty quiet from there. But of course, you know me, you know this channel. We'll be covering the news as it happens. You'll know firsthand as soon as I know, and make a video and render the video and make a thumbnail and upload the video. So there might be a little bit of a delay there, but I will be covering it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next week with your next weekly forecast. That's going to do it for me, though. I really hope you guys enjoyed the news from last week and the forecast for this week. Let me know if you enjoyed this news series in the comments down below. I'm very curious what you have to say about it. And, you know, give me your opinions, how to improve. I really appreciate it. If you guys would like to support the channel, link in the description down below to the Patreon. One of the best ways to support the channel, besides clicking on that blue join button and seeing all the cool shit you can get for supporting the channel. It's a great way to diversify yourself in the comments section, seeing as you get a special badge beside your name, and you get some emotes that only you have that I created myself. So if you guys are interested in that, click on that blue join button. But with all of that being said, thank you so much for watching. I've been your weatherman Tooten, and I'll see you guys on next week's forecast. Peace out.